Hello, everyone. This is Gretchen Koken. We're back for our first episode of Mental Wealth Champs. We're here with a few guests today, and we're going to get started.
Okay, today we have Madison Miles. She has a major in biochem, a minor in biology, and psych. And she used to be on the basketball team. She quit.
Oh.
But now she runs track.
How has the transition been of moving to indoor season as opposed to being in basketball season?
It's been a lot, honestly. There's a lot. Like with basketball, I mean, you guys know, like we run a lot. But this is just different. Like we run every day and then we lift like super heavy, which is like basketball. But like I think the difference is like you have to still like every day run well. Like you can't like have like a iffy day, but like you shoot well, but you like don't really run up the floor well. Like with running, it's like just solely around running. Like it's just like you have to like hit your rep every time. So it's been like iffy, and I like miss the basketball team. So it's been.
Do you practice every day?
Yeah.
Even Sundays?
No.
No.
So
No.
So Monday through Saturday. Like our schedule last week was like speed on Monday and a lift. Tuesday was like a hard workout. We had like 4 sets of 3-2-1, like 300, 200, 100. Wednesday, 25 to 35 minute run, and then lift. That was Wednesday. Thursday was another run, and then Friday was stairs, which was like 8 stairs and then 8 150s, and then a lift. And then Saturday was a run. So yeah, it's a lot.
So a lot of running.
Yeah.
Essentially.
How about you tell the crowd what your actual event is in track first?
I do the 400. I'm a long sprinter. I do the 400. I'm on the 4x1, do the 200. But basically anything from the 1 to the 4. Used to throw in high school. Like, throw the shot.
Please.
Like Destiny, my role model. Those are my
Anywho.
events.
Would you like to preface the episode by saying some of your achievements that you have so far in track?
I'm a 5-time All-American.
I know that's right. Period.
I got 2 my freshman year, 4x1, 4x400, 3 last year, my sophomore year, open 4, 2 in the 4x4. Didn't make it in the 4x1 for finals, but it's okay. And to preface like nationals, because I feel like a lot of people actually don't know what that is for like track. So basically the top, I think it's changed with COVID, but like the top, I think 20 to 22 women, and it's like 20 for men go, and it's like the top 16 in the relays. And then you run prelims. It's like 3 days you run prelims, and then the top, for this year it was at Spire, so normally it's like the top 8. So if you're top 8, you're an All-American. So normally the top 8 go to finals, so if you make it to finals, you're an All-American. But this past season, there were 9 lanes, so 9 made it. So 1 person out of that race did an All-American. So like people actually had to try. It was actually good.
Well, I'd hope you'd be trying anyways. But
Have you
Yeah.
ever won, like, number 1?
Not at
Wow.
nationals,
Wow.
no. But like here, yeah.
Period.
But I want to win. That's like the whole thing with
It's like your overall goal.
with quitting basketball. I mean, do want to win. I mean, it's just hard because like most people get to train like
All year round.
all year, yeah. Which is like give or take, because some people are like wanting to see. Like it sounds bad, but a lot of people are like, will she be a bust? Because like I've never trained year round. So like normally I come from basketball and like
right.
I'm not like running all year, so I have like a low risk for injury. But I don't think a lot of people understand
The intensity.
the basketball is training. But we are literally a track team.
How does that make you feel that people are thinking that about you?
I mean, like that would definitely say that contributes a lot to my anxiety. I already have like performance anxiety a lot, just because like when you're doing 2 sports and you're splitting your time, and then you go to like into track and you have to race, and I basically have 5 meets to figure out how to run my event and then like compete at the national level against some of like the best girls in the entire country. It's just like it makes you feel like anxious, and then in addition to people being like, oh, will she get hurt, like is she gonna make it through the season? It's just like, okay, well, but I like trust my coaches, and like I'm taking care of my body, so just gonna see what happens. I mean, might as well.
You're taking care of your body, but are you taking care of your mental health?
That was a big question to ask.
It is. It's an important question.
It is. I mean, yeah.
How?
I go to counseling here. Shout out. We like this.
Okay. Might have to disclose that part.
Oh,
We're
sorry.
allowed to.
Oh, sorry.
I
Not
don't
the
know.
name drop. Anyway, I go to counseling and I journal. Haven't been journaling as much. Honestly, this, like, first semester, like, my mental health has been a little bit just because, like, I don't know, being in this sport, even though, like, I know all the track people, it's just not the same as, like, being with the basketball girls just because we're so close.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a team sport. While track is a team sport, it's just so much more individual
Mm-hmm.
that, like, it's just, like, different. And the basketball girls, ooh, not the stutter. the basketball girls are just so close.
Yeah.
And, like, we do everything together all the time.
Yeah.
That's just been, like, I don't know, I miss that, like, unity
Yeah.
somewhat, if that makes sense. So
Yeah. Do you still feel pretty connected though with the basketball team? I know we try to.
yeah, I mean, like, there are times, I mean, but again, like, so many girls are off the team now that
Yeah.
I knew. They're, like, all freshmen. So it's, like, kind of hard
Yeah.
sometimes because I'm like, okay, I know most of you, but I don't know all of you. And I'm just not with you guys all the time. But I feel like I was so close with you guys before that, like, me not playing basketball isn't.
I honestly feel like in some ways it made us closer.
It's made us
than
better, yeah.
it
Just
never
because, like,
would've.
obviously we played the same spot. I dislocated her finger.
Oh, wow.
I dislocated your finger.
Yeah, we did. We did. When she was talking about that on the podcast, I was like, damn, that was me.
I should
dislocated
Shout
her.
out to Maddy.
Yeah. And she
Shout out to
dislocated
Maddy
mine
right
too, so it was just like twin. But yeah, I think that it has helped. Because, like, it's not so much like inner competition. Like, that's how it feels with track, you know? Like, when you're competing for the same spot and you're constantly practicing against each other, it's like,
Yeah. There's definitely
like, the amount of
some
times we all, like, snip at each other. Like, come on. But now, like, we don't have that, so it's like,
Well, and there's a different level of effort that you have to put into the relationship now that they're.
yeah, like, do you actually like them?
Oh.
You know? It's kind of like that. Like, when you
Well,
quit,
yeah.
it's like, who actually do you like and who is just your teammate? Like, am I wrong? Like, can you relate
I
to
know,
that?
that's right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
What, that I don't like some of my teammates?
No, not that.
You mean
Just
your
like
old team?
their
How's it been?
transition of like being in it to not being in it.
Yeah, because our experiences even are a bit different.
It's like sad for me, I guess.
Really sad.
I don't know. Like, I used to like be in my. I think we already established that me, her, and her live together. I used to like be around all the time, but like I find myself just like not doing that anymore. Like, we used to sit in the living room together. I mean, they still probably do. I don't know, but I don't. Like, I go to work because I got bills to pay, and I don't got no yet. See, yeah. I'm just not around. Like, I just left like for the whole weekend. Like, before I was off the basketball team, I would have never left for a whole weekend. Really,
Like, we couldn't. Really?
Yeah, and even I didn't want to. Like, I was like, oh, like, let me stay home with my housemates. Now it's just like, it's not like anybody's fault, really. Like,
Just the way
it's just like the way. Like, there's always gonna be a natural rift if you quit a team sport. Like, because at the end of the day, like, team bonding, like, I cannot be a part of because I'm not on the team.
Yeah.
So like
we
I mean,
can,
no,
but we
I'd be a
can't.
part of it low key. Like, when they're at my house, I'd be down there sometimes. But like,
They're not with us 24/7.
right, and they're
Yeah.
always together. I mean, like, they play basketball. Like, they come to our house on the weekends and read the Bible. Like, it's just.
Yeah.
But I'm not always a part of that because I don't always feel like. What's the word I'm looking for?
Welcome.
No, I feel welcome because.
Like, sometimes you just feel, like, out of place.
Like, yeah, like, even
Me
when they're
too.
just in my living room, like, watching, like, TV or whatever they do down there, like, I just don't feel like I belong there.
I felt that way yesterday when I was with everyone.
You just don't feel like you belong.
Because
It's like,
I'm
what
like,
am I
these
even
people
doing
don't
here?
even, like, know me.
Yeah.
Really.
And it's not,
Yeah.
I think I'm a little different than you because I know the freshmen.
Yeah.
Like, pretty well because they are always in our house. But it's just, like, even when, like, it's, like, the now sophomores are over and I know them, obviously, it's still, like, I just feel like
It was, like,
ugh.
after my grade, kind of, you feel like, that it's like,
Yeah,
there's only like 2 of us.
Right, like, the cutoff is juniors,
Well,
now
3.
juniors.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's weird, it's different, it's not bad, it's not good either, it's just like, it's just how it gotta be.
I mean,
don't
a
know.
lot, because I got out of a relationship, so this semester has been weird in general to me, and you got in one.
Yeah.
So I feel like those also.
Give her a shout out.
Give her a shout out.
Yeah, that has changed for me too, because I have to split my time. I don't split it anymore, but like a lot of my time goes towards her. So, and now I don't have basketball, so I got all this free time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'd be like that.
I think it's just hard because, like, I mean, I know I obviously haven't quit, but, like, based off of, like, my perspective
Not
of,
yet.
like,
Yo. No.
Yo.
That was a joke.
Sorry.
bro. But, like, based off of, like, my perspective, I feel like it's just, like, such a big change that it's hard to, like, feel as connected because, like, everyone's priorities are different then. Because, like, then once you're done with that sport, your priorities shift to, like, something completely different than, like, the sport that people are still in.
I don't
And it's
think
just
I ever
a hard...
prioritize basketball. I'm gonna be real
I
sorry,
definitely-
coach, if
I
you're
definitely
watching
know
this,
what you mean.
but
Yeah.
I don't think I think that that's a big thing in like our household because I know Gretchen takes basketball so seriously. I know you be carrying a lot of the times. You know, I know Matt takes it seriously. Like, I was never like that. Like, I was really just there. You know, and especially when I got hurt, basketball was never really a priority for me. But like, it kind of had to be because all we did was play basketball or
All we
lift.
did.
Like, that's literally all we did. So like.
That
know.
or just be with the team in general.
Yes,
Always.
bro, always, like, we're
That's so
attached.
true.
Literally,
Seriously.
like, always together. 24/7.
Yes, yeah.
Well, I don't really think that it helps saying this, but we do enjoy when you guys are still around. If that makes you feel any better.
I guess I'll
it
just
does.
cry, so.
I mean, not to get like super deep, but I mean, it always makes me happy, like, whenever you guys are around everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I like being around you guys. It's still hard for me to, like, transition into, like, being track full time. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I have a lot of super close friends on the track team, but also, like, my best friend on the track team is now my, like, coach.
Right.
So, because, like, Sabrina's a coach now, so, like, that's, like, confusing because I can't really do everything with her that, like,
Yeah.
I was able to before. And obviously, like, now that things in my life have changed, like, and I stay now and I don't always go home, it's, like,
Well.
you know, it's just, like, things are, like, just different. I don't know, it's just not the same because everyone who I was close with now, like, on the basketball team are people, like, my age or a grade above me.
Yeah.
Versus on the track team, they're either graduated and gone or
Right.
they're, like, here but they're graduate students. And it's, like, I don't really get to spend as much time with them. And they don't really do team bonding. It's not like that. So it's, like, what's
I
different.
feel like I feel like we talked about like a lot of the negative aspect of quitting. So like, how about we talk a little bit maybe about the positives that you found in it, or
Okay.
solace, I guess, that you've seen in the experience.
Solace.
Yeah, I mean, I love
Don't know what that means.
solace.
I know,
Okay.
I don't know.
Um,
It's okay.
Okay,
Just let it go.
It's fine.
I know what you mean. I mean, I do like running.
I would hope you do.
She's getting a call.
Please.
A celebrity.
Can I call? 1 second. Hi, Mom. I'm doing something right now.
Maybe cut that out.
Okay. Okay.
Please.
Okay. Bye. I love you.
She said, "Love you, bye."
I was like, sorry, just doing something right now.
Anyways,
Anyway.
keep going.
Okay, so the positive things. Well, one, that's a good thing. I'm able to see my mom more.
Yeah.
That's nice. Me and my mom are super close. Have a lot more time for my homework. Like, as you guys said, biochem, pre-med, doing a lot.
Yeah.
Science all the time. So I have, like, I mean, like, when I say I have actual time to do my work, like, you wouldn't even believe it. Like, it's insane.
You don't have to plan out your days.
Sorry. No. I mean, I do, but, like, I have, like, free time.
You know what I mean.
I can, like, breathe.
Yeah.
It's, like, nice.
Maybe pay attention in your classes.
Yeah. Not constantly think about plays. Yeah. I don't know. It's just been, like, it's been nice to, like, put everything. I feel like for a long time, I mean, I have been splitting my time between two things.
Mhm.
So it's nice just to, like, see, like, the slow payoffs of, like, putting all my time into running.
Right.
And it's, like, it's nice to see, like, the basketball team from an outside perspective because I feel like for a while, like, as much as I, like, loved being a part of the basketball team, like, I didn't quit and I was like, thank God I hated it.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I know people have those experiences, but I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, like, still nice to like watch from an outside perspective and just like see what's going on. It's like nice to not have as much pressure on me.
Yeah.
But I mean, of course, there like are days like when I watch open gym and I'm like, ugh, I miss it. But then I'm like,
Not the ugh.
learning the plays and stuff like that. That for me was like a lot. So I would say that those have been the positives.
I got a job.
Ooh, get money.
Get that money.
Slay.
I have more time for my girlfriend.
Shout out.
I do have more time to do my work. I leave it till the last minute as I have something due at midnight.
Yeah,
but
a few hours.
like if I wanted to, I could, you know. I can nap now, which is something I couldn't do before, and I love to sleep. But I haven't really napped all that much.
That's not true. You napped through our class last Wednesday.
I was knocked out. Missed the whole class, bro. Anyways, yeah, I be sleep. And, like, I like doing my own, like, workouts, like, because I don't want to work my leg out, my bad leg. Basketball, you have to work it out. I don't have to work it out if I don't want to. So I don't do that. I don't have to run ever again if I don't want. I had to run last night, but that's a whole different story. But,
I'm not going to get into that.
I don't have to run. I hate running. So, like, and, like, I still got to keep, like, the people that were important to me and gain some new freshies that, even though I'm not on the team, still treat me like I'm on the team. Like, but they never really they don't, like, care that I'm on the team or not on the team. Like, they just come to my house and
They asked where you were.
there I am. See? Shout out freshies. So, and I still kept, obviously, this friendship, that friendship, this friendship. Matt. Shout out Matt.
Shout out Matt.
Matt's boyfriend, Chris.
Shout out
Love you,
Chris.
Chris. You know, I kept, like, what was important to me. So, like, yeah, it's sad sometimes. We have different experiences because, like, she could have played, but, like, there was really no option for me to play. Well, there was a big, big risk. So that was not worth it. So, like, yeah, sometimes I'm lifting in the Mac and I see them in the aux gym bricking. I'm just playing. I see them in the aux gym. I'm like, huh, must be nice. And then I'm just like, and then keep going, you know? So, I don't know. There are some positives, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little happier. I don't know.
I would say the same thing, though, in terms of, like, a reason I'm not playing basketball, too, is, like, the risk for injury, to me, especially seeing last year, it just is so high. And, like, thinking about, like, running, like, and the things I want to do, it was, like, if I get hurt, like, I'm out. Like, it's not just, like, okay, I'm out for basketball. Like,
right.
Well, obviously, it's a huge deal. I'm like, okay, I'm out for basketball. That means I'm doing no conditioning. It's not like I come back to track. I mean, I come back to basketball and, like, I can still shoot if I'm hurt.
Right.
Like, that means I lose almost all of my endurance. Like, that is what was kind of hard. I guess that was, like, another reason. There was just, like, so many different things.
What are you smiling at?
I'm just thinking about the fact that Maddy really answered her phone during the...
Sorry. Really did.
I couldn't, like, decline my mom. Like, come on. She'll be like, what?
Sorry. Oh, you and I used to talk a lot about, like, how we felt before games and, like, our anxiety and stuff like that. So, like, how do you feel like you deal with it in track versus how you dealt with it in basketball? Like, was there a difference? Was there more anxiety with one or the other?
Yeah, I would say there is more anxiety with track. Honestly, though, I feel like I just forget the anxiety I got from basketball. Like, that used to be really bad, but I think that was because I wasn't a starter. Like, not gonna pretend like I was damn LeBron James.
He was good. Don't let him
I wasn't a starter, so I felt like I had so much pressure. Like, if I wanted to play, because when I didn't play well, I got benched. It wasn't like I got another chance. Right. It was like I was benched. So, like, that was, like, stressful to always be like, okay, I have to do all these plays right. I have to do everything right, or I'm not gonna play. But I think with track, it's hard because, like, at least in my event running the 4, like, it's not like a 100. Like, you know that the 400 is going to hurt. Like, there's, like, no way around it. It doesn't matter how you run it. Like, at the end of that race, it's going to hurt. So it's stressful because you're like, okay, what do I want to do in order to put myself in the best position to not hurt as bad, I guess. And then, like, with relays, you have batons and stuff. It's just, I guess it's just, like, I don't know, it's just a different kind of anxiety to me than basketball, just because I had people to rely on, like, carried. Like, let's not lie. Like, seriously. Like, I was never worried about having to score. I was just worried about making sure I knew the plays. So it was nice to not feel like I was like, oh my gosh, everything's on me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? No offense, sorry, I must suck for you, but it's probably a little bit stressful. But it was nice that it wasn't on me. But like with track, like when it's your race, it's like, oh, this is all on me.
And do you want to talk about what it's like to have that responsibility on yourself, or is that not something you're ready to get into?
Single-handedly carry UMU women's basketball team.
Please. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that I fully carry, but I don't know. At times it does get to be kind of stressful because I know what my role is on the team, and I know I have expectations and stuff that I have to meet, not only with, bless you, with the coaches, bless you, but also with, like, the team, obviously, my parents, myself, like, just everyone who watches. So I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it. Just, it is a lot of pressure, but I mean, I also wouldn't want to be in any other position. Like, I like the pressure. Right. I like feeling like I have, like, expectations to meet, because if I don't feel like I have those expectations, like, I don't feel like I'm doing to my full potential, I guess.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So
that's something I miss with basketball, is like having a role, you know? Like with track you have a role, but like that was probably the hardest thing about me. Hardest thing for me quitting was like feeling like I let down everyone, because like obviously like you feel like you have a role. Like my role wasn't being a leading scorer, but I felt like I had a role of being a leader. So like leaving the team and being like, oh gosh, like now I'm just like letting these people who like turned to me and relied on me just like down. I was like, that's hard.
Well, I hope you know that just because you're not on the team anymore doesn't mean that, like, your impact is just left. Like, everyone knows that, like, I mean, we definitely have a hole to fill without you there. I mean, it's been mentioned multiple times to me. But, I mean, like, I still talk to you about basketball. I mean, I know that Izzy and Day and all of them still come to you. So it's not just out of sight, out of mind. I mean, you're still important, too. Everyone's, like, mindset about things. I'm not trying to make you sad, but...
No, it makes you happy. That is true. I think I sometimes just, like, forget. Because it's, like, not the same form, you know?
Yeah.
Well, and we know you're going to be at the games still acting like
I'll be screaming.
Maniac, so...
Like, literally screaming. You're going to be like, why is she out? I'll be like, no, girl, I quit.
I'll be like, mind your business.
I'll be like, don't make me put this uniform on. Nobody wants to see that. I haven't shot a ball in months.
You.
Like, probably since our last game.
You.
Anyway. So, who even knows how that would
Anyways, kind of going back to you, how do you feel if you don't feel like you meet your expectations? How do you handle that?
I mean, usually I get upset about it. I usually beat myself up pretty bad because, I don't know, like I said, not only do I feel like I have expectations from external sources, whatever, but also, like, internally. So, like, since I built that up so much for myself, like, I just get, like, super upset at myself. But usually it makes me want to, like, push harder and just get better, do better the next time, which is kind of nice, because with those expectations, you don't want to, like, fall back to, like, where you were, I guess, like, in the point where you weren't doing, like, as good. So, like, it makes you want to do something to get better, I guess. It kind of, like, gives you a drive, like, more motivation, I guess, which is nice, so that you don't just constantly have, like, that anxiety, I guess, like, building up from, like, not meeting those expectations. I don't know if that makes sense, but, like...
No, it makes sense.
Like, I don't know, the anxiety just gets, like, so bad. Like, when you feel like you didn't, like, do as good as, like, what you should have done, like, I don't know. It's just, like... consuming, you know?
Yeah. No, I get it for sure.
Is there, like, any, like, mental health, like, tricks you do before, like, you run into meet? Or, like, any, like, I don't know how to say that, like...
I know what you mean. I listened to rock music before. I don't know why, I just, like it.
You told me that.
I listen to rock music, and... I just, like, stay loose. Like, I'm not someone who gets, like, super serious. Like, a lot of people, like, track people, like, get silent. I'm like, okay. Like, I'll talk. Like, before I ran at Nationals, I was, like, joking with the girls. I was like, you guys want to jog this?
Dude.
And I was like, dang, maybe some of them are taking it seriously, but like I was like, I can't like get super serious, otherwise I like stress myself out. So I normally do that, stay loose, like talk to my teammates, take deep breaths. That's really like it, because like sometimes when you're there, it's just so hard to like bring yourself down from like thinking, especially like when the gun goes off, you're in the blocks and they hold you, and then you're just like up in the blocks and you're like, I'm about to actually do this. Like sometimes I want to be like, dang, should I fall right now? And just like fall in the blocks and not do this race,
Please.
And I'm like, I can't do that, can I?
No, that probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Yeah. So just like breathing, music. I feel like that's what a lot of people do, but
Yeah. Well, I think that's important, like what you said about how you aren't like super serious.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you should be serious about like what you're about to do, but like if you're like too much like into it, I guess, I feel like that's when you start to overthink things, and then that's when you start to do worse because you're just overthinking like every constant thing that you do.
Yeah.
So like when you just kind of let loose and you're just having fun with it, that's when you can also be like, okay, like I know what I need to do, but like I'm gonna make this fun because like it's a sport.
Yeah, I got that from basketball, from like Coach Abby telling us that all the time.
Yeah.
Like she like said I played best when I was like having fun, and then I took that over to track. And I was like, if I have to be here, I'm going to have fun. Like, what's the point then? If I'm, like, not enjoying myself, not giving 100%, I have to be here regardless.
Yeah.
So, like, why not?
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the biggest things that, I mean, I'm still learning it now, but, like, have been trying to do this past summer and, like, coming into the semester is just, like, relax, have fun with it. I mean, it is what it is. Like, if you're trying your best, like, that's really all you can do. And we try to have fun on basketball, like, try to joke around with each other while still like doing everything that we need to, but I think it's definitely a hard transition, not like beat yourself up so much over how you play or practice and stuff like that. I mean, I have a post-it note on my wall that says one bad practice game, whatever, it does not define you, so it's definitely something that I understand.
I write on my mirror like no expectations and then like no doubts.
Yeah.
Just because like last year my mentality going into outdoor, I watched this video from a thing Mo. She's like the 800 Olympic gold medalist, and she won it at Worlds. And she's 19. Well, she's 20 now, I think, but we're like the same age. She just talked about how like when she was growing up, like she knew she was special. Like obviously she knew she was talented, but it was never like reaching a time. It was never a time-based goal. It was like, I want to win this, and then I want to win that. Like, what are these things that I can knock down? It doesn't have to be on this date. It's just like, oh, I want the Olympic record. Oh, I want to win an Olympic gold. Obviously, that's, like, different for us. But, like, it's, like, goals instead of, like, a time. And just, like, saying, like, I want to feel good when I run this race, or I want to do this, like, little things. And she was talking about how it's important that she didn't doubt herself, and she just never had, like, these huge expectations. Mm-hmm. And I found, like, I wrote that on my mirror every day last year. And I was like, I wanted an All-American in the Open 4, or I wanted to, like, run a PR. And I did both. So I was like, okay, I didn't win, but, like, there was still more to it. Yeah, because I feel like people are so set on, like, if you don't win, then, like, you're not good.
Yeah.
But it's just, like, the girl who won the Open 4 ran at, like, the World Championship trials with, like, professional athletes, and she's a D3 athlete. So, like, yeah, she's going to beat me, most likely. Girl. She beat me by, like, a second. So, I mean, like, just being able to, like, PR and still, like, be an All-American, that was, like, a big deal to me. And it's just, like, moving forward and seeing, like, what comes of it.
Have you thought about what goals you want to accomplish this year?
Yeah. I mean, definitely. I was thinking about that a lot this summer and making my decision of playing basketball or not. It was a lot of weighing, like, what do I want to do? Mm-hmm. And always backtracking of how can I get there? Mm-hmm. And, like, I want to run a 54 or under. So my PR is like a 55.2, and the school record's like a 54.5, I think, for outdoor. So for outdoor nationals, for indoor, I have like some smaller goals. Like I really want to try to get close to the 500 national record. I really want to, because I've never ran a 5. So like that's a big goal, but it's something like I want to try to do. I want to try to All-American in the 4 for indoor, 4x4. And then for outdoor, I want to try to go under 54, which would break the school record, because I want to see, like, my goal is to run at 53, because in the long term, I want to try to use my 5th and my 6th year and get my medical school paid for. So I want to go to, like, Penn or, like, a D1 school.
Yeah.
So that I can get my first 2 years paid for and just run.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if that's going to be possible, but just want to see if I can try.
Yeah.
So,
You might as well.
yeah. So I would say those are my goals. Run under a 54, see how that goes. And then, yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've got a lot of good information today. We have one final question. What tips do you have for younger student athletes for balancing all of their responsibilities?
I would say to give yourself grace, like a lot of it, because there's going to be days where you're going to do really, really well and days where you're going to do really, really bad, whether that's practice or life, and days when you're like, I don't think I can keep going on, but you just got to keep going on. Like even if it's just finding something so small, like I know that my friend needs me to be there for them today, or like I always remind myself that like my mom has made endless sacrifices for me to be in this position, that like even when I don't want to, it's not about me, it's about her. So just like finding your motivation and your why, I think will really keep you going a long way. That would be mine.
Well, thank you for coming on today. We really
Thanks for
appreciate
having
you.
me.
Our next meeting will be September 27th. We're going to be doing a dual meeting with Brothers Building Bonds as well as Active Minds for Suicide Prevention Month. We will send out an email to everyone that is on our list, but if you want more information, you have our Instagram that you can reach out to us to. Thanks again, Maddy, for coming.
for
We really
having me.
appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
And yeah.